Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about litter training your rabbit. This has been a highly requested video. Now, I'm fairly new to litter training myself. Well, not myself, but my bunnies, but you know what I mean. A couple months ago, I switched from wire floor cages to these solid floor bunny villa hutches. And since my rabbits are kept in close proximity and they're not spayed or neutered, I was a bit concerned how thoroughly I could get my entire herd trained. So I will share what's worked for me, well, for my rabbits, and I will let you see inside their cages. I'm going to keep it real. I'll let you see the mess and you can see how well or how not so well these bunnies are litter trained. So let's get to the litter training tips. Tip number 1 is to buy more than one litter box. If you can, I suggest 2 to 3 litter boxes. And my favorite litter box, in case you didn't watch the other video, is this Ware Jumbo Scatterless Lock and Litter Pan. It works very well, but it is handy to have more than one. You might need more than one for the cage, and it's a good idea to have a third one for out in the rabbit's play area. Place the litter box in one corner of your rabbit's cage. If you know which corner they use to urinate, put it in that corner. You can always change corners if you see that they prefer the opposite corner where you put the litter box. It usually works that way. You may need to add a second litter box in a different corner of the cage. So like this guy, he's pretty good at using just one litter box. He has very few accidents. So he does fine with one litter box. And his dad down here also does fine with a litter box. Now these two older babies are still learning to use the litter box. They are really good about the urine, but they needed more than one box. I don't know if it was one bunny preferred one corner, the other bunny preferred the other corner, or if they both were using both corners. But 2 litter boxes definitely helped to alleviate any accidents. And then their mother, Mabel, I finally gave her her second story of the cage. I started her off down here on just this floor, and she was going to the bathroom just about in every corner, except for where her food dish is. So I started her with 3 litter boxes. I had one in every corner, except for this one. And after she started to prefer one of the litter boxes, I took one away and I let her have the ramp up here. But I did place that third litter box up here on the second floor, and that has totally solved the problem of her peeing all over up here. Eventually, I will take away one of these litter boxes down here, and hopefully I can wean her down to 2 litter boxes and maybe eventually 1 litter box. But it's different for every rabbit. This bunny down here is very good at doing all of her urine right in the litter box. So she just has 1 litter box and she has 2 stories, so she doesn't need an extra one up here. That's her nest box, which hopefully she does not use as a litter box. This doe over here does have a second litter box on the second story, which she no longer seems to be using at all now that she has babies up here. Almost all of her mess is in this single litter box. Right. The next tip is to soak up any urine accidents with a paper towel and then place that paper towel in the litter box. And the idea is the bunny will smell their urine in the litter box and associate the litter box with where they should deposit their urine. Now you can do the same with the poop, but honestly, that is a losing battle. You're just going to have that. Now this bunny over here, this is Sunny Jim. He was having some issues with urinating in this corner over here outside the litter box. So I took paper towels and I kept soaking up the mess and placing the paper towels in there, and he seems to be using that litter box now. And then once he gets better at it, he gets his ramp back. When you first begin litter training, a good tip is to leave a little bit of soiled litter inside the litter box. That way your rabbit smells his or her urine and will associate this box with where to deposit the urine. They seem to really like the smell of their own pee. So that's a good tip. But once your bunny is litter trained, you want to clean all that out and then rinse this out with soap and water. Spaying or neutering your pet rabbit is a good idea anyhow, but the added benefit is that it will help with the territorial marking, the spraying, the poop everywhere. Like this guy, he's a little Pez factory. He just poops anywhere and everywhere all day long. And he knows he's cute and can get away with it. Don't you, Asher? Don't you, Asher? Yes, you're cute, so you can get away with it. Keep your bunny's space small until he or she is litter trained. For example, here is Sunny Jim. He has a 2-story bunny villa condo, but I have recently removed the ramp to the 2nd story because he was just urinating anywhere and everywhere, but only after I would let out another bunny to run around. So it definitely is associated with having other bunnies in the area, because he was doing great when we first moved into this cage. So for right now, he has 2 litter boxes in his small 1-story cage. Once he gets better and shows me that he can continue to use just 1 litter box, I will add the ramp back. Another example is Bella and her baby. Bella originally was in this 2-story bunny condo with the ramp to the 2nd floor, and she was having a lot of issues with the litter box, so I decided to keep her area small, especially when she has the baby. And she has 2 litter boxes and is getting better every day. The baby is too. Once she shows me that she can use the litter box, at least urinate in it pretty consistently, she will earn her bigger cage back. So the same advice goes for when you let your bunny play outside of the cage in your house. Keep the area small until you see your bunny going back to its play litter box, or if you bring a litter box from the cage out to the area. Until you see the bunny going back to use that, I highly suggest keeping the area small, either in a small room or maybe you use a baby gate to keep it contained into a small area. That definitely will help. What I do in the morning and in the evening, you can see there's some down here, I use my little vacuum and I just clean all this up, because if I leave it there, it's just going to get messier and they'll step in it. So once or twice a day, this needs cleaned up, and some bunnies are worse than others. Little Benny here is actually pretty good, but I will show you some that aren't so good. So here's little Luna. She is excellent at getting her urine in the litter box, but it's like a little poop minefield in there, and her poop is huge. But she's a bigger girl, and she has babies right now, so she's like a little poop and pee factory. This is the little vacuum that I use twice a day to suck up all the poop and the hay. This is a rigid 4-gallon wet dry vacuum. I chose this one because of its maneuverability. It's really easy to pull around, and it's not huge and clunky like some of the other ones. Another reason I like this vacuum is because the accessory opening is 1 7/8 of an inch, which that's plenty big so that hay doesn't clog it up. You can get them bigger. I think they're about 2.5 inches or smaller, but the smaller ones definitely clog. And I highly advise buying the kit with this professional hose that's so much more pliable than the stiff one that comes with it. Last but not least, I advise don't give up, because poop happens, right? You need to be persistent and consistent. Suck up the poop with the vacuum, soak up the accidents and put them in the litter box. Use more than one litter box if you need to. And just keep working with your bunny. Once your bunny is litter trained, you will have greater trust letting your bunny play in your house. It makes having solid floor cages possible. Just takes a little bit of work every day, and it's totally doable if you only have 1 or 2 bunnies. If you have as many as I have, it's a part-time job and you don't have much of a life. But the work is totally worth it. You just have to keep up with it, and you have to understand that no bunny is perfect and every bunny is different. So hopefully these tips will help you when litter training your bunny. Any questions, let me know. I'll try to help. Thanks for watching.